What does it take for a kid from Akron to become king? Not good, not great, king. Before the 4 rings, before the MVP trophy stacked on the shelf, before the all-time scoring crown, there was just LeBron James. And today, right here on NBA Explained, we're unpacking how a boy with nothing turned himself into the most unstoppable machine the game has ever seen. Akron, Ohio, Rust Belt city with cracked concrete and boarded-up windows. The old factories that built tires and dreams now sat quiet. In the middle of it all, a 16-year-old Gloria James did her best to raise her baby boy with nothing but grit, survival instincts, and a hope that the lights might stay on next month. 7 moves in a single year. LeBron slept in bedrooms, basements, borrowed couches. He changed schools like other kids changed sneakers. Teachers saw him as another statistic waiting to drop out or worse. But LeBron saw something else. He saw that ball, that rim. That was his way out. While other kids stayed inside on cold Ohio nights, LeBron was outside dribbling under flickering streetlights, his breath visible in the winter air. He learned how to stay ahead of trouble, outrun it, outwork it, outgrow it, one game at a time. Frank Walker, local youth football coach, changed his life. When Gloria couldn't keep a steady roof, Frank gave him one: a couch, a plate of food, and a basketball. Frank didn't just toss him a ball, he handed him a lifeline. 9 years old and already moving like he'd done this before. LeBron didn't just dribble, he saw the court like a chessboard. Angles no kid should see, passes no middle schooler should make. By 5th grade, he was putting up double-doubles in rec leagues that looked like open gyms. By 6th grade, people were whispering, this kid might be it. Ask the old heads in Akron today. They'll all tell you the same thing. We knew he was special, but nobody knew just how big he could get. He wasn't done surviving. He was about to start dominating. By middle school, the courts in Akron were too small for him. By 8th grade, LeBron was throwing down dunks on rims he'd bent with neighborhood kids. Coaches from bigger cities started driving in just to watch pickup games in dusty rec centers. Not to recruit him, just to see if the rumors were true. When high school came, he didn't go to the powerhouse everyone expected. He didn't choose a prep academy stacked with future D1 guys. He and his crew, the Fab Four, Drew Joyce III, Sion Cotton, Willie McGee, and LeBron, made a pact. They'd stick St. Vincent St. Mary High School, a small Catholic school with a small gym, and no clue what was about to hit it. Freshman year, undefeated, state title, 14 years old, throwing lobs to friends he'd grown up playing driveway ball with. By sophomore year, the buzz turned into noise. Local papers made him front-page news. National scouts filled the stands. He started dropping triple-doubles like spelling tests. Junior year changed everything. Sports Illustrated showed up with cameras, notepads, and questions. They snapped the cover shot. The chosen one. 17 years old, and the weight of a kingdom dropped on his shoulders overnight. He didn't flinch. ESPN broadcast his games live. Kids from California were watching a Catholic gym in Akron just to see if the legend was real. NBA stars rolled through. Shaq sat baseline, nodding. Allen Iverson popped in to dap him up after a monster game. Local dads brought their kids, not just to watch, but to say, you're looking at the future. Every dunk was a headline. Every no-look pass turned grainy highlight tapes into VHS gold for scouts. But the spotlight burns hot. Senior year, LeBron got hit for 2 free throwback jerseys, $100 each. The Ohio High School Athletic Association suspended him. Headlines called him arrogant. He came back and dropped 50 to remind them whose court it was. Then Gloria bought him that now famous Hummer H2 for his 18th birthday. Critics screamed, too flashy, too much, must be dirty money. Gloria shrugged. She'd bet her life on him since day one. Now she just co-signed the loan on the dream. 3 state titles later, college coaches kept calling. LeBron didn't even pick up. Everyone knew he wasn't built for dorm rooms and student meal plans. He was built for packed arenas, million-dollar endorsements, and an entire city waiting for him to save them. Akron's secret was out. The NBA was next. The Cleveland Cavaliers didn't just win the draft lottery, they won salvation. The franchise was stuck in basketball purgatory. Empty seats, losing seasons, nobody lining up for tickets. Then destiny handed them the local kid with the chosen one, stamped on his shoulders, literally, and on the cover of every magazine. Draft night wasn't a pick, it was a coronation. 18 years old, crisp white suit, diamond earrings shining like the cameras that wouldn't stop flashing. David Stern's handshake might as well have been him passing over the keys to the entire city of Cleveland. From the second he stepped on an NBA floor, LeBron didn't look like he needed to adjust. He looked like he'd been here his whole life. First game, 25 points, 9 assists, 6 boards. He snatched rebounds over grown men, dropped no-look dimes that made vets double-take. Some rookies looked nervous. LeBron looked like he owned the building. By Christmas, he wasn't just Rookie of the Year. He was hope in a city that hadn't had hope since the old Mark Price days. Cavs jerseys flew off shelves for the first time in a decade. Ticket sales boomed. Kids in Cleveland swapped Jordan posters for LeBron posters overnight. They didn't sniff the playoffs that first year. Nobody cared. The vibe had changed. Every time he touched the ball, the arena buzzed like it was the fourth quarter of Game 7. He'd pull up from mid-range, and the whole building would lean forward just to see if they'd witnessed something new. Year 2, first All-Star nod, youngest in franchise history. Year 3, he kicked down the door, 30 points a game, highlight dunks every night, fast breaks where defenders made business decisions about whether they wanted to be on a poster or not. He dragged a roster of solid but not scary teammates deep into playoff territory. Cleveland was alive again. Packed bars, jerseys everywhere, kids on driveways yelling LeBron on every jumper. Coaches asked him if the pressure ever got too heavy. He just smiled and said, "Pressure is a privilege." Rookie to future MVP in under 3 years. The king was building his crown, one poster dunk at a time. By year 4, the whole league knew. LeBron James wasn't just a highlight machine. He was a one-man franchise lifeline. Every night, 40 minutes of bully ball, silky passes, chase down blocks that made crowds gasp. The Cavs didn't have a second superstar. They had LeBron and prayers. 2007 was the moment the prayers paid off. The Cavs pushed deep into the East. The final roadblock, the Detroit Pistons, stone-cold defense, championship DNA, no fear of big names. They'd knocked out everyone. They weren't impressed by hype. Then came Game 5. Double overtime. Detroit's home floor. The Palace of Auburn Hills. LeBron locked in. Nobody else scored. Nobody else needed to. He dropped 25 straight points for Cleveland, 29 of their final 30. Fadeaways, dunks, and 1 layups through 3 bodies. The Pistons threw Billups, Hamilton, Prince at him. He shrugged them all off. Chauncey Billups said later, "We threw everything at him. Doubles, traps, bumps. Didn't matter. He just kept coming." The Cavs closed the Pistons out in Game 6. Cleveland, the city that hadn't sniffed a finals, was heading to the big stage for the first time ever. And the kid from Akron dragged them there on sheer force of will. But the finals? A brick wall named San Antonio. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Popovich pulling the strings like a chess grandmaster. They knew Cleveland was LeBron, so they strangled the lanes, dared the shooters to make shots they couldn't hit. They trapped him at the arc, doubled him on the drive, made every possession feel like a maze. 4 games, 4 L's, a sweep. Painful, but telling. Duncan hugged LeBron at the buzzer and said, "This league's gonna be yours soon." That stuck, because LeBron had done what nobody thought possible, dragged a team that didn't belong anywhere near a final stage all the way to the end. He walked off the court that night knowing one thing. If he wanted to build a dynasty, carrying the world alone wouldn't cut it. He needed more than greatness. He needed help and a plan. 7 seasons, 7 years of highlight reels, 2 MVPs, broken records, and one cold truth, no rings. Year after year, LeBron dragged the Cavs as far as he could take them. But come June, the same heartbreak, no help, no bench, no title. The king wanted a crown, and Cleveland couldn't build him a throne fast enough. So he made a choice that changed basketball forever. July 8, 2010, The Decision. A live ESPN special at a local Boys and Girls Club. Kids in the background, the whole sports world on edge. Twitter didn't even know what to do. People jammed servers just to hear what he'd say. Then 9 words dropped Cleveland to its knees. "I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach." Gasps, TV hosts froze, Ohio fans howled. In minutes, LeBron's jerseys burned on sidewalks from Akron to downtown Cleveland. Dan Gilbert, the Cavs owner, typed out a Comic Sans tantrum at midnight, vowing the Cavs would win a title before LeBron did. They didn't. The NBA had never seen this. A player flipping the power dynamic, building his own super team, pulling the strings like a front office boss in sneakers. Dwayne Wade, a finals MVP, who'd already carried Miami to glory. Chris Bosh, an all-star big who could run the floor, rebound, stretch. The Heat didn't recruit him. LeBron built them. The Miami welcome rally felt like wrestling meets rock concert. Smoke, spotlights, LeBron in sunglasses, counting rings. Not one, not two, not three. The quote followed him for a decade. The boos did too. Every arena on the road turned into a thunderstorm of hate when he touched the ball. He didn't care. The villain arc fueled him. But the league doesn't hand you rings for building a headline. 2011 Finals, Heat versus Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, the quiet killer, and a cast of veterans who'd seen everything. Miami went up, then folded. LeBron went quiet. Averaged 17 a game. The moment was too big, the lights too hot. Critics called him soft, said he shrank under pressure. The king without a crown jokes wrote themselves. Wade told him, face to face, no cameras. This is your team. If you want it, take it. Don't run from it. LeBron didn't argue. Next time, nobody would stop him but himself. That summer after Dallas, LeBron disappeared from the spotlight. No TV spots, no interviews, no noise, just sweat. He flew to Houston and found Hakeem, the dream himself, master of footwork, king of the pivot. Hakeem turned LeBron's game inside out. He showed him how to bully smaller defenders, punish bigs, spin baseline, fade away smooth. By the time camp opened, the king had new weapons. 2011-12 season. LeBron was done asking for permission to dominate. He bullied through double teams, chased down shooters like a lion after dinner. He didn't just score, he dictated every second. Wade knew, Bosh knew. Everyone fell in line. The Heat weren't just a super team, they were a machine. The playoffs? Brutal. The Pacers hit them with elbows and hard fouls. The Celtics gave them a classic, Game 6 in Boston, backs against the wall. LeBron locked in with that now iconic death stare. 45 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. He didn't celebrate. He didn't talk trash. He just ended Boston's run. The finals? The new kids, Oklahoma City Thunder. Durant, Westbrook, Harden. 3 future MVPs, young and hungry. But LeBron had been burned too many times. He averaged 29, 10, and 7. Closed them out in 5. Finals MVP at last. The monkey off his back. Trophy in hand, he looked straight at the cameras. It's about damn time. Truth. But the great ones don't settle. 2013, the Heat got hotter. 66 wins. A 27-game win streak. Second longest in NBA history. LeBron claimed another MVP 4 in 5 years. Then the real test. San Antonio. Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, and a young Kawhi built in a lab to slow him down. Game 6. Spurs up 5. Under 30 seconds left. Yellow ropes lined the court for the trophy handoff. Miami fans headed for the exits. Mistake. LeBron drilled a 3. Missed the next one. But Bosh grabbed the rebound, kicked it to the corner. Ray Allen backpedaled, toes behind the line. Splash. Tie game. Saved Miami's season. Maybe saved LeBron's legacy. Game 7. LeBron did what he does best. 37 points, 12 boards, mid-range jumpers, dagger threes over Kawhi's fingertips. Finals MVP again, back-to-back rings. Popovich tipped his cap. He's the best player in the world, period. No more questions. The villain arc was over. Redemption sealed. 4 years in Miami. 4 finals. 2 rings. Redemption earned. But for LeBron, the work wasn't finished. Not until he fixed what he left behind. Miami's big 3 was splintering. Wade's knees were shot. Bosh was fighting for his health. LeBron looked home and home looked back. Northeast Ohio was still ringless, still loyal, still waiting. No TV special this time. No bright lights, just a quiet essay in Sports Illustrated. I'm coming home. 4 words that made a city forgive everything. The jerseys they'd burned, replaced overnight. Akron's son was back, older, wiser, still hungry. This time he brought an army. Kyrie Irving, a dribbling magician who turned defenders into traffic cones. Kevin Love, 2020 threat with a soft 3-point touch. Cleveland had a big 3 now too. But the East wasn't enough. The real fight was out West. The Warriors were building something different. Curry, Clay, Draymond, a flamethrower offense. In 2015, the Cavs met them in the finals. Kyrie went down. Love was already out. LeBron went nuclear, 35 points, triple-doubles, everything he had. 6 games, but not enough. The Warriors danced with the trophy. 2016 was the rematch. But this time, the Warriors were bigger monsters. 73 wins, the best record ever. Curry won unanimous MVP. They sprinted to a 3-1 lead in the finals. Nobody comes back from that. Nobody. Except LeBron doesn't do nobody. Game 5, 41 points. Game 6, 41 again. Back-to-back masterpieces. He dunked on the Warriors' bigs like they were practice dummies. Swatted Curry's layups into the seats. He forced Game 7 back to Oakland, all or nothing. Tied at 89, 2 minutes left. Andre Iguodala on a breakaway. The layup that could seal Cleveland's heartbreak. But out of nowhere, the block. LeBron flew from nowhere, pinned it to the glass like time froze. Mike Breen's voice.
Taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James.
One play, one legacy moment. Seconds later, Kyrie crossed Curry, pulled back, dagger 3, ice in his veins. Kevin Love chased Curry to the arc and clamped him down like his life depended on it. Buzzer done, 52 years of drought, washed away in one championship parade. LeBron fell to the floor, all 6'9", 250 pounds of him crying on the hardwood.
Cleveland! This is for you!
A city reborn, a king crowned for real. One ring for Cleveland wasn't enough for LeBron. He didn't come back for a quick feel-good story. He wanted to build a dynasty in a place that hadn't had one in half a century. But the basketball gods had other plans. Because the Warriors weren't done evolving, they leveled up. They added Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper, 7 feet tall with the handle of a guard, the jumper of a sniper, and zero fear of any spotlight. KD joined Curry, Clay, and Draymond, a 73-win machine now souped up with an MVP scoring cheat code. The league hated it. LeBron didn't flinch. 2017 Finals, Round 3, Cavs versus Warriors, the trilogy fight. Cleveland came in hot. LeBron was at his peak, 33 points a game, 11 boards, 10 assists. He became the first player in finals history to average a triple-double. Didn't matter. KD splashed pull-up threes over him like they were shooting drills. Curry ran wild. Clay drained daggers. The Warriors closed it in 5. Next year, same matchup, 2018 Finals. LeBron's Cavs were battered. Kyrie gone to Boston, the supporting cast rebuilt on the fly. Still, LeBron went supernova. 51 points in Game 1, one of the greatest individual finals performances ever. He had the Warriors on the ropes. Then J.R. Smith dribbled out the clock on a tied game. The moment frozen forever in memes. And LeBron's look of pure disbelief. OT. Warriors survived. The Cavs never recovered. KD hit the same pull-up dagger 3 over LeBron's contest. The exact same spot, 2 years in a row. Back-to-back finals MVPs for Durant, another L for the King. His finals record took hits 3-6. Critics circled it like sharks. But real hoopheads knew what they were seeing. Kevin Durant said it best. You have to play perfect basketball to beat LeBron 4 times. Nobody else forces you to be perfect like that. LeBron didn't pout, didn't blame. He'd done the impossible in 2016. He gave Cleveland all he had, 4 straight finals, 1 promise delivered, 1 curse lifted, 1 city changed forever. But the next chapter? He was ready for a new coast and a new throne. The King packed up for the West, new coast, new colors, purple and gold. The Lakers, Hollywood's basketball cathedral. The ghosts of Showtime watching from the rafters. Magic, Kareem, Kobe. Now LeBron's banner had to earn its place beside theirs. Critics said he came for movies, for business, for the empire beyond basketball. Maybe he did, but he still showed up every night to hoop. Year 1, he tried to drag a young squad, Lonzo, Ingram, Kuzma, into the playoffs. His groin tore mid-season, his first real injury in a career built on Iron Man durability. The Lakers stumbled, missed the playoffs. Headlines said he's slowing down. LeBron heard it. He called his GM, "Get me help." The Lakers traded the farm for Anthony Davis, a 7-foot unicorn who could defend the paint, hit threes, and eat glass on the boards. Instantly, the Lakers went from lottery to title favorites. Then the world stopped. March 2020, the pandemic shut the league down cold. Empty arenas, silent courts. The NBA rebooted in Orlando. The bubble. No crowds, no travel. Just pure basketball. Locked away at Disney World like a surreal summer camp for grown men with million-dollar sneakers. Some stars cracked under bubble life. No fans, no family, no distractions to hide behind. LeBron thrived. He bulldozed through the Blazers, steamrolled the Rockets, shut down the Nuggets. The finals? His old squad, the Miami Heat. now led by a tireless Jimmy Butler who fought until the final buzzer. But the bubble belonged to LeBron. He averaged 29 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and at age 35 he looked ageless. The Lakers closed it out in 6. Ring number 4, Finals MVP number 4, third different franchise, third city, a new line in the history books no other player can touch. When the confetti fell, LeBron grabbed the mic, mask on, eyes locked on the haters.
And I want my damn respect too.
Most guys would have coasted. 4 rings, 10 finals, billions in the bank, Hollywood deals, a school built back home in Akron changing kids' lives every day. But LeBron James wasn't done. In his late 30s, while peers watched from TV sets or traded suits for analyst desks, LeBron kept running up and down the floor, kept averaging 25, 7, and 7 like it was easy, kept throwing lobs to new teammates half his age, guys who once lined up to get his autograph at basketball camps. Then came KAREEM. For nearly 40 years, KAREEM Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record was untouchable, 38,387 points, the holy grail of buckets. People thought it might stand forever. LeBron didn't say much. He just kept climbing. In February 2023, the King caught the captain, a fadeaway jumper from the elbow, his bread and butter. Crypto.com arena roared like a thunderstorm. KAREEM walked over, handed him the ball, the crown, the torch, the legend, all in one handshake. Akron's kid, all grown up, all-time scoring king. And still, he's not done. He wants another banner in LA, another finals run with Anthony Davis. Maybe if the script writes itself, one season on the court with Bronny. Father and son, same jersey, same hardwood, same box score, a story the league has never seen before. But that's the thing about LeBron. He's bigger than box scores now. His I Promise school in Akron is proof that the crown stretches beyond the paint. He's showing the next generation how to own their story, on the court, in the boardroom, in their own communities. Ask his rivals, they know the truth. Kevin Durant called him the standard, all-time talent, all-time brain, all-time durability. Steph Curry said, he's a locomotive that never stops coming. Kobe forever. Mamba summed it up years ago. He's not chasing me, he's chasing ghost stories. So what does it take for a kid from Akron to become king? It takes vision. It takes grit. It takes getting knocked down by headlines, fans, entire cities, and coming back bigger every single time. He didn't just live up to the hype. He tore the blueprint up and built his own from scratch. From a teenage phenom with no father and no roadmap to the greatest all-around player the game has ever seen. That's LeBron James. Who's next to wear the crown? Drop your picks in the comments. Like, subscribe, and stick with NBA Explained for more legends, rivalries, and the stories that make this game more than just a game. Stay legendary.